To the Daily Yahoo. A Latina trailblazer, Esther Salas, federal judge whose son was killed, described as mentor. Why does it matter what her ethnicity is? Esther Salas, New Jersey's first Hispanic U.S. district judge, now finds herself the victim of a family tragedy shortly after her assignment to a high-profile corruption case. I didn't know she was from Hispaniola. Yep. It took the Daily Yahoo quite a while to talk about it. Oh, no, wait. They had a different headline on it yesterday. Latina trailblazer. Who the fuck cares? Who cares what her ethnicity is? Yes, I know. Unfortunately, fucking everybody does. But it really shouldn't matter. Barely worth discussion. DHS official dismisses uproar over use of unmarked vehicles in Portland. Department of Homeland Security Acting Deputy Secretary Ken Cuccinelli defended the federal law enforcement response to unrest in Portland. Barely worth discussion. Good for him. Stick to your guns. It's affecting every single bit of my job. Coronavirus and police reform create hurdle in race for control of House. Coronavirus has created a new hurdle in the race for control of the House. What is this thing with the whole repeating of headlines thing? You just take the first couple sentences and make that the headline? Not only with the partisan bickering, but as candidates work to campaign from their homes. Okay. Gun-wielding St. Louis couple charged with felony over unlawful weapons. A St. Louis couple has been charged with felony unlawful use of a weapon for brandishing guns during civil rights demonstrations outside their mansion last month on their private property. St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner announced charges against Mark and Patricia McCloskey on Monday. And what you were failing to include here, I'm guessing it's going to be a failure to include in the entire story. I'm not going to bother clicking on it. Is that the Attorney General for the state? The state's Attorney General is going to make them drop the charges because they were completely within their rights. John Boyega says he's moved on from Star Wars character. I have more to offer. John Boyega said he has more to offer than one character when explaining why he wouldn't return to Star Wars. Okay. Casey Musgraves has a new breakup hair color change. She meant lighten up Buttercup literally. From Hello Giggles. Oh my goodness. Featured All Market Summit. Extra is live today. Yahoo Finance All Market Summit is back and completely virtual with extra content and timely insights. Watch live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time to learn about and define what's next with the brightest minds in business. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed that. What's hot? Oh, Yahoo search. Trending now, Tessa Thompson, Alessandra Ambrosio, coronavirus, Jacqueline Jossa, AARP Insurance, Lexington Law, Priyanka Chopra, Toyota Tacoma 2020, Sarah Cooper, and Kimberly Guilfoyle. What's with all the women? I'm so sure. Last of all is 1440 in partnership with Vuori. Good morning. It's Tuesday, July 21st, and data from vaccine trials have us crossing our fingers. Need to know. Early vaccine success. A slew of data released yesterday showed promising signs of success for a trio of coronavirus vaccine candidates in their initial phases of study. The first, developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca, was shown to prompt an immune response that lasted at least 2 months. 2 months. The study was performed with a group of 1,000 patients, with a larger study currently underway with tens of thousands enrolled. AstraZeneca has said, pending results, it could deliver emergency doses by year's end. The second, produced by Pfizer and BioNTech, also prompted an immune response in an early-stage study involving 60 healthy volunteers. The group is set to begin testing with 30,000 people this month. The third candidate, already approved for limited use by China, is a joint effort between CanSino and the Chinese military. New data showed the vaccine prompts an immune response but is less effective in patients 55 and older, a key target demographic for vaccination. All three demonstrated a dual immune response, producing both virus-neutralizing antibodies and T cells, which can facilitate antibody production as well as directly kill the virus. See an explanation of both here. More than 150 potential vaccines are in different stages of development around the world, with nearly 24 already being tested in humans. 4 are in late-stage trials. You can track the status of the most promising candidates here and here. Separately, the White House is expected to restart daily televised coronavirus briefings beginning today. The U.S. has reported 3.83 million total cases, alleged cases, as of this morning, with 140,909 alleged deaths. See a moving 3-day average here. Phase 4 stimulus. Negotiations over the next round of coronavirus stimulus funding began in earnest yesterday as Senate GOP leaders met with President Trump to haggle over initial details. The Republican-led bill is expected to clock in at more than $1 trillion, with provisions shielding businesses from coronavirus-related lawsuits and another round of direct payments with a lower income limit around $40,000. President Trump has also pushed to cut payroll taxes. A $600 per week boost to unemployment benefits is set to expire this week, which Republicans are likely to reduce or eliminate, saying it lowers incentives to return to work, which is true. There are some data to back the claim. A University of Chicago study found 2/3 of workers would receive benefits exceeding what they made when employed. House Democrats have already passed a $3 trillion package, and details here. $3 trillion. You just gotta outdo everybody, huh? The Senate bill is expected to be introduced this week. UK suspends Hong Kong extradition. The United Kingdom suspended yesterday its long-standing extradition treaty with Hong Kong, citing a newly passed national security bill that critics say allows the Chinese government broad authority to crack down on dissidents. Under the previous agreement, if someone from the UK was suspected of a crime in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong government would turn that person over and vice versa. The arrangement could allow China, acting via Hong Kong, to formally request the UK turn over those suspected of violations under the new legislation. Critics have argued the law is vaguely worded and carries overly harsh penalties, with language relating to subversion and endangering national security, potentially including social media posts critical of Beijing. The move is the latest in quickly escalating tensions between China and the West. For a historical perspective, check out this timeline. Correction. In yesterday's digest, we incorrectly said Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito passed away ahead of the 2016 election. It was, in fact, Antonin Scalia. Alito is alive and well. I kind of thought it was Scalia. A short summer. Vuori. Ah, the great outdoors. How we've missed it. With this sunny summer weather, we could all get back in an exercise routine. And what better way to do it than with Vuori? They bring you versatile shorts and loungewear pants that'll have you jumping jacks for joy. Take, for example, their men's Banks shorts. Made from recycled plastic bottles, they are quick-drying, anti-odor, and have 4-way stretch. Ultra comfortable and perfect for running, yoga, swimming, or a good workout. Or their women's Tabi shorts. Just like the Banks shorts, but with a shorter inseam. Enjoy supreme comfort all summer long. Interested in either of the above or just want to take a look at the wide range of high-quality pants and shorts offered by Vuori? Check them out today for 20% off your first purchase. Take a load off. Visit their site here. Please support our sponsors. In the know. Sports, entertainment, and culture. Highly anticipated Christopher Nolan sci-fi thriller Tenet, delayed for a third time on uncertainty over worldwide theater reopenings. Netflix commits nearly $200 million, its most ever for a single film, for The Gray Man, starring Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. Intriguing. Ballon d'Or, the award given annually to the best male and female soccer players in the world, canceled for first time in its 64-year history due to the coronavirus. Rapper Logic signs exclusive 7-figure deal with Twitch, is the video game streaming platform's first partnership with a musician. Science and technology. Study finds magnetic anomaly in the South Atlantic has been a recurring phenomenon for at least 11 million years. Implies its weakening does not foreshadow an impending reversal of Earth's magnetic poles. Okay, good. One less thing we can blame on people. SpaceX sets record for launch turnaround time, successfully using the same rocket twice within 51 days. Self-driving startup Aurora to begin testing its fleet in Texas. Oh no. Company is led by Chris Urmson, the former lead for Google's self-driving unit, who has been called the Henry Ford of autonomous vehicles. Why in Texas? Why you gotta do that here? Go away. Business and markets brought to you by The Ascent. Tens of thousands of service industry workers in 160 cities protest racial and economic inequality in nationwide strike. That is so obnoxious. NASDAQ up 2.5% to a record high as many big tech stocks see large daily gains. Good. Chevron to acquire energy producer Noble Energy for $5 billion as reduced energy demand leads to attractive valuations. A credit card that packs up to $1,148 of value? Secure the highest cashback rate on the market that we've come across, with no annual fee to boot. That's probably The Ascent. Politics and world affairs. Self-described anti-feminist lawyer found dead of apparent suicide, suspected of killing the son and injuring the husband of U.S. District Judge Esther Salas. Really? Suspect appeared before Salas in 2015. Sure. Protests in Portland, Oregon enter 54th night, with focus shifting to the presence of federal non-military forces in the city. Wall of moms shield protesters. Wall of people claiming to be moms because they have random crappy shirts with things like mommy written on them. President Trump considering deploying federal officers to a number of U.S. cities to quell unrest. Yeah, sure, do it. State Senator Nikema Williams, chair of the Georgia Democratic Party, tapped to replace the late Representative John Lewis. The heavily Democratic 5th District covers the bulk of the Atlanta metro area. I'm sure she'll do great. In depth, the last giraffes on Earth, from Atlantic. Their lovable and familiar nature obscures the fact that global giraffe populations have dropped 30% since 1990, with total numbers just a quarter of the African elephant. But the main threat isn't poaching for international black markets, it's hungry villagers. USS University, from No Mercy / No Malice. For thousands of colleges, untenable financial positions entering the panic have left them with only two options: bring back students or close their doors. Here's what will determine who survives, thrives, or dies. The world's most comfortable shorts. No one beats Vuori when it comes to comfortable and versatile shorts. Check them out today for men's Banks shorts with 4-way stretch. Women's Tabi shorts that are so comfortable you'll never want to take them off. Head on over to their site and take 20% off today. Please support our sponsors, etc. The costs of reopening a restaurant during a panic. A look inside the world of real-life wedding crashers. Watch the Italian Coast Guard rescue a trapped sperm whale. Neat. ranking the world's 50 most innovative companies. Welcome to Freedom Cove, an island for two built from recycled materials. This ancient Greek shipwreck is now an underwater museum. Ah, cool. Flying ants are taking over England. Mark Zuckerberg wears about as much sunscreen as you'd expect. Clickbait. Get ready for 3D printed chicken nuggets. No thank you. History book. Author Ernest Hemingway, born 1899. Actor and comedian Robin Williams, born 1951. Happy birthday, soccer great Brandy Chastain, 1968. Jay Silverheels becomes first Native American to have star on Hollywood Walk of Fame, 1979. What was he in? Westerns, I guess, but I don't recognize the name. NASA's Space Shuttle program ends, 2011. There's no shame in failing. The only shame is not giving things your best shot. Robin Williams. Okay, cool. That's it for 1440, and that is it for Sundry News. Thank you, and good night.